A disabled person reviews Disabled Meter at part 114. There she goes. I know that she's later diagnosed as autistic in addition to having other developmental intellectual disabilities. I'm going to leave it in the disability category regardless. This is a show about a family with a daughter named Rosie who has an unknown chromosomal disorder, and I'd heard really great things about it, so I had high hopes. It turns out most of the great things I heard were from parents or siblings of developmentally disabled folks who saw themselves represented in the show, and not from disabled people who saw themselves represented. It is billed as a comedy drama, but most of the comedy is either offensive one-liners about disability, billed as dark humor, or it's laughing at the antics Rosie gets up to in a way that did not sit right with me. The first episode, which aired in 2018, has a whole scene where the mother talks about how she hates her disabled newborn for taking away the perfect child she should have had, and how having a disabled child is worse than having lost a child because now she has something else there to remind her of what she lost all the time. And I'm used to ableist language given the nature of my job, but that was genuinely very difficult to sit through. For positives, I think they handled her initial hatred of AAC very well, particularly in how her parents did not model it for her, so there was no incentive for her to want to use it or see it as effective communication. I also think they handled the medical gaslighting aspects pretty well and the glass child aspects of it pretty well, but the show is based on the disabled daughter of the writers, which in and of itself compounds the uncomfortability of the caregiver narrative with the knowledge that much of what is being portrayed here about how hard it is to parent a disabled kid and how much they have grieved having her. And like, if my parents wrote a show that said those things and they said it was based on me, I would be incredibly upset. Also, the actress is non-disabled. Apparently they auditioned disabled actresses, but psychologists said it wouldn't be a good idea to do that to a developmentally disabled child. But overall, a really hard watch and not in a valuable way, and I'm a bit disappointed, but I'm also not sure why I'm surprised, unfortunately.